Hello again and welcome to Culture today. It's D-Day for shoppers looking for a bargain in France at the official start of 6 weeks of post-holiday sales. Our fashion expert Jessica Michault is here to talk us through the shopping minefield, and she's the online style editor of the International Herald Tribune. So Jessica, what should we be doing to get our hands on those real bargains?
Well, actually, Marcus, I'm kind of surprised to see you here today. I thought you would have taken the day off or called in sick to do like the rest of the fashionista diehards and show up the first moment of the first day.
All right, I'll remember that for next year, next January. But tell us, what should our viewers be doing to get those bargains?
Well, I can tell you that with the global recession, there's going to be quite a lot of stock that a lot of the retailers are going to be trying to liquidate. It's estimated about 58% of the French population waits for these biannual sales to make most of their major household purchases. But real bargain hunters have started stalking their prey weeks and maybe even days beforehand to make sure that they know what they want to get on the first day of the sales.
So basically the real shoppers, the experienced shoppers, they've been window shopping for the past few weeks now.
Absolutely. You need to go before the sales, check out the merchandise, try things on, so that you can go off and make a list, get your budget together, and so that when you actually go out shopping, you don't get distracted by other things and you end up buying things that you never really wanted to purchase in the first place, and that's not really a bargain ever. Mm-hmm. Count on immediately seeing 50% off to 70% off from most of the major stores from the first week. And don't forget to look at sales online. Online purchases during the sales can be returned up to 7 days, whereas in brick and mortar stores, you get a lot of no exchanges, no return policies, which is another reason to go and do your research early.
What other tips do you have for us? I mean, what should us amateur shoppers be thinking about as we head out into this jungle?
Well, you do need to have a little survival kit. Maybe bring your cell phone that's charged, have a bottle of water, make sure you're wearing comfortable shoes that you can get off easily. Same thing for clothes if you're going to be trying things on. And and for women, of course, don't wear a whole lot of makeup because you're going to be trying a whole bunch of different things on. And then next time it might be a good idea to actually go to your favorite store where you've seen something you like the night before, right before closing. They've already marked things on sale. You could actually maybe buy it the day before the sales actually start.
All right, good stuff. Now, I always buy my suits during the holiday season. I think this one is actually bought during the Christmas sales or post-Christmas sales a few years back. But but what will you be looking for?
Well, winter sales, of course, you want to be looking for a great winter coat. Knitwear is always great. This year, I have my eye on buying some really high-quality sweaters. At sale prices. That's the goal. Mm-hmm. With everyone watching every penny, even buying on sale, you want to be buying quality investment pieces. That will, last longer than a seasonal trend. I would recommend maybe going to a house like Ballantine, which has been in business since 1922, creating great handmade knitswear and sweaters. They really build pieces to last, but they also do a bit of stuff that is about outside the box thinking with participation with people like Philip Stark, creating collaborations with him, or actually doing research and development in amazing yarns for knitwear that they're going to be producing. Another great label as far as sweaters and knitwear is concerned is Pringle of Scotland. It's another heritage brand. It's been around since the 1870s, and it's recently expanded out into women's wear and men's wear, and it just still does a lot of traditional knits, but recently it's really started broadening out and creating some very interesting, more cutting-edge designs. They're modern, but they're not very date specific, so again, something maybe less traditional, but still quite interesting.
What about the big designer names, the big labels? I mean, isn't this a time really to get your hands on some bits of clothing and brands that you can't normally really buy because they're too expensive?
Oh, well, yeah, I'm not saying don't go out and buy, a designer label out there, especially if you can't normally afford it, but you want to be picking something that, the label is known for. If you're going to Burberry, go for a trench. If you're going to Chanel, look for a tweed suit. And the same holds true for sweaters. If you're looking for an amazing designer sweater, Sonia Rykiel is a name it's famous. Stella McCartney is also an up-and-coming name who does amazing knitwear. Other brands, of course, Chanel is fantastic in almost everything it does, and then Missoni as well is known for its very colorful knitwear. So those are all very safe bets, interesting pieces that will last and stand the test of time.
Now, you said that sweaters can be good investment pieces, but they can also be very, very cutting edge. Isn't that true?
Absolutely, very cutting edge. In fact, I have a little present for you. It's a little late Christmas present. It's this sweater from Bless.
Oh, lovely.
And it comes with...
It's grey and white.
Yes, but in fact, it actually is a 3D sweater. sweater. So you need the glasses, 3D glasses to go with it.
Could you please hold it up for me?
Okay.
So what am I supposed to see here?
Well, it's actually it's designed with oxbow, and it's a sweater that you can, that has a little bit of a depth to it. You see the mountaintops and things like that.
Yeah, vaguely.
Yeah, it's you have to maybe get another pair of designer 3D glasses, because 3D is really the big news of 2010. Of course, Avatar hitting 1 million with its 3D movie, and then you've also got Oakley that's coming out with a designer 3D glasses.
So you're basically telling me that there are dual versions of these 3D glasses.
I imagine those are around the corner. So and now you have designer 3D sweaters from Bless. So it's very cutting edge technology, and I'm sure you'll enjoy my present.
I am enjoying this already. Thanks very much, Jessica Michault, our style editor here at France 24, and see you again next week for our next item here in the Culture Show. I'm going to take off my glasses actually. Now you mix Snow White, Jean-Paul Gaultier, and the choreographer Angelin Prelocaille, and what do you get? A choreographic work inspired by the famous Brothers Grimm fairy tale. The performance of Blanche-Neige is a mixture of universal symbols and contemporary dance, and has been taking place here in Paris during the holiday season. France 24 has been along to watch this unique interpretation of the love story.
The beloved fairy tale, told through dance. The world of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs recreated on stage here is a lot less sugary than Walt Disney's big screen version. Angelin Prelocaille and his 26 dancers explore the darker side of human nature, while vividly reviving the famous children's story, dancing to the beautiful scores of Gustav Mahler's symphonies. For the French choreographer, the tale of Snow White offered depth and complexity, particularly the Grimm brothers version. He says the understanding of the symbols belongs to adults as well as children.
The Grimm brothers' tales in fact contain a lot of cruelty and darkness. For me, Snow White is the fairy tale of fairy tales, a single story that possesses practically all the symbols that appear in all the other stories put together.
Prelocaille's adaptation centers on a perpetual theme, the search for eternal youth. Driven by jealousy, the wicked stepmother tries to get rid of the beautiful and pure Snow White, emotions that are still relevant to the stepmother-stepdaughter relationship in today's society. In his show, the principal character is the stepmother, the witch. She is portrayed as being seductive and sexy, leaning towards sadomasochism. Legendary designer Jean-Paul Gaultier's costumes give even more power to the narratives.
He worked on each dancer, measuring, trimming and adjusting the costume. I saw from the sketches produced in his workshops a new creation jump out. I saw a new stream of creativity gushing out of the pages.
Known for his more experimental projects, the choreographer says he found Snow White to be one of the most challenging stories to turn into a ballet. He has reinvented the world of this famous tale through neoclassic, contemporary and romantic dance.
It was like creating a new laboratory, but in the end it was more about storytelling than abstract expressions.
Does it mean you're going into a new direction?
No, it's not a new direction. I'm just changing my style for this show.
The ballet company is continuing on a global tour. Next stage, Asia. But the choreographer is already moving on to his next project, an adaptation of the Apocalypse of St. John, which he will work on with dancers from the Bolshoi Ballet Company.
I can tell you that a lot of women in our control room here at France 24, they were sighing happily about the male dancers in Blanche-Neige. And you can see that show until the 9th of January here in Paris. It's on at the Théâtre de la Chaillot. Now, if you want more culture tips or more details on any of our top stories, go to our website at www.france24.com. You can also get all of the latest details there on the Dakar Rally, which is currently underway in South America. And with that, we're wrapping up the culture and the whole of the morning edition today. Thanks for watching, and join us again tomorrow. My colleague Hannah Hoxter will be back in just a few moments' time to bring you through the latest world news headlines. Don't go away.